Hi, this is Matt from Automio. Thanks for participating in the early adopters group. Your feedback is really going to make Automio better so that we can free up your time and make you a profit. And we pledge to keep this authoring environment free forever. We'll only make money when you do. This video will walk you through the Automio workflow during the early adopters program. The upcoming release of the marketplace will provide a more streamlined workflow, but the method I'm going to show you will always be a viable and secure way to integrate Automio with your third-party website. If you don't want to wait for the release of the marketplace to get Automio serving your real customers, just contact us about getting you a custom integration. We've done this already for our first customer, Legal Beagle. When you were inducted into the early adopters group, you were given a login to two separate services. There'd be the authoring service and the interviews service at try.automio. I'm going to log into my authoring account first. Actually, I'm going to pinch my partner's account because I've got some flows in there that I want to use. Thanks, Mike. At the moment, there's no facility to change that email and password. It's just issued by us at the time that we induct you. Also notice that that's not your real email address that you're using, and don't worry, it doesn't actually generate emails. It's just your login. So now I'm finding myself in the Flow Manager, and I can either look at this as tiles, as you see here, or I can pop in and turn this into a list view, whatever floats your boat. Each flow has a little context menu where you can take on the various actions for a flow. You can open one up in a new tab, although you don't really have to do that. You can also just click it and open it up in the tab that you're currently looking at. You can duplicate a flow, rename it, delete it, and publish and unpublish, which I'll talk about in a second. So now notice that some of these flows will have an eyeball icon down there in the lower corner, and you can see it in both of the views. Over here it's on the side. Now that means that it's been published already, which gives you access to a public and private key for using that flow in your own third-party website, including the try.automio site, which is where we're going to be publishing ours to. That uses the JWT tokens, which are super secure. And that also means you don't have to really hand out the keys to your own website to the people who are doing the authoring. They're completely standalone. They can just provide you the keys and you can put it into your site. So to publish, all you have to do is just click publish and submit, and that'll have issued that key, which you can grab from here. So what we'll do for one that we're going to let's just use this one, this lots of points one. We're going to copy that public key into our clipboard. It'll automatically highlight it, so you just do a Control C or Apple C depending on what you're using. And then we'll pop over here and we'll log into our try.automio account. Long passwords are good, as long as you can stand, really. And then we pop in here and we create a new flow title. So this one is just called lots of points. And I'll add that new flow. And I'll see it up here in my list now. And I can just edit that and chuck my public key, pop back into the other tab and grab my private key and paste it in. Just make sure you get them in the right order. The public key is shorter than the private key. Now, as soon as I save that, close and refresh this view, we'll see that that's available to my whole group as a new interview called Lots of Points. This one's just a dummy. It doesn't actually have any good questions, so that's I'm not going to demonstrate how to use that one. I'll show you on another one. But once you've done that, it's available for you to try to test, to do a couple of interviews. And when you do start an interview, then, which is generated automatically for you from the flow that you've created, you can see that right here. Once you go through and start answering some questions, if you just quit and pop back out to your sandbox, you'll see that that interview is available to be resumed or deleted. It tells you how long ago it was made and for which flow that you were making it. And this column here is just the ones that you've done. The rest of the ones in your group also tell you who did it and when they did it. So that one was just garbage. I'm just going to chuck it out. We don't need to keep that. For those flows that you finally get to the end of, the interviews that you get to the end of, you'll be able to access the output right here by just clicking See the Output, and then you'll get your fully finished document output there. And then you can retry if you want to change some of your answers, or you can delete it. And like I said, the ones that are being undertaken by the rest of your group are here. Now, one more trick you can do here is you can invite someone else into your group. Although you have to contact us to ask for an authoring account, you can invite a tester in here that can log in just to the Triatomio account, get into the sandbox and take interviews. Just first, last, and email. We'll send them an invite, then they can set their own password. And that's it. This has shown you the entire process of publishing an interview from your authoring environment into your interview environment and getting it in front of your testers to thrash on it and make sure it's working exactly as you all hoped it will. We hope that you'll give us your feedback early and often and help us make Automio an even better product that'll solve more of your business's problems and generate you more revenue. Thanks again for your time.